Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Today we have two big games for you. Droylsden and Stafford Rangers await us in today's episode in the Evo-Stik Northern Premier Division. Now since you were last here, results been on the poor side, I've got to say. They've been on the poor side. The thing is we haven't played badly, just the results suggest that we have. So let's have a quick look and see what's happened since you were last here. We played 4 games since you were last here. 4 games since you were last here. Last episode was the Farsley Celtic FA Cup episode where they scored in the 91st minute in the first reg or the original tie to equalise things, and then scored in the 91st minute in the replay to make sure they won it. That was very frustrating. Very annoying. We went into the next game thinking, we have to turn things around, and we did. We beat Matlock 3-2 after the absolute tosh in that game against Farsley, both games, conceding late on. We got a bit of an own back against old Matlock here. If we look at the stats of this game, if you want to look at that, we scored 3 goals with our 3 shots on target, which was delightful. Matlock, the far better side in that game, but we won it anyway, so that was good. That made me feel a little bit better for the rubbish that we had to suffer against Farsley Celtic. We then came up against Gainsborough Trinity at home, and as you can see, we lost 3-0. Again, this game, I think looking at the stats, we were the better side. I mean, slightly the better side, but arguably the better side in this game. So that was a very frustrating one to lose to Gainsborough 3-0. Similar sort of story with the Boston game. We lost that 4-1 to Boston. Now, that was atrocious scoreline. But if we look at the stats, it's neck and neck, really even stuff, which is really frustrating. So losing 4-1 to Boston there was just annoying. And then the game against Whitton Albion, a 2-2 draw there, but Whitton Albion, actually looking at the stats, demolished us that game. Really played us off the park completely. So it was frustrating in between episodes, I've got to say. I think we definitely didn't deserve a 3-0 and a 4-1 pummeling from Gainsborough and Boston. And we maybe deserved a little bit better in the Whitton Albion game, although they did play a lot better than us, so perhaps we got a bit lucky. But I think we've underperformed, or the results don't show how well we performed, actually. We should have got more for the way we played, I should say, rather than underperformed. Hopefully we'll try and turn that around today against Droylsden in 9th and Stafford Rangers in 18th, who are just above us actually in the table. If we look at the table itself, we're just outside the relegation zone. We're sitting in 19th, as you can see. Let's open this up a little bit bigger. We sit 19th on 10 points, 1 point ahead of Boston. Now, I don't understand why Boston are this rubbish. They thrashed us 4-1. They've scored 18, conceded 18. So that's, an all right record, I've got to say. But they've got such a good team, Boston. This is what I don't understand about it. I'm sure, like Daniel Hawkins, he's on my my list of shortlist. He's a fantastic player. They've got a few players that we've scouted out here that are like really top quality, like 4-star current ability and above. So I'm not quite sure what's going wrong there. Hopefully they don't turn it around and overtake us. That means we go into the relegation zone. But hopefully they'll do a little bit better, because Boston going down again would be awful. To be fair though, a win today potentially could take us all the way up to 12th, because Stalybridge Celtic are sitting on 13 points in 12th and we're on 10 points. So a win, we're not that far off mid-table. We just have to try and string a few results together, I've got to say, to get up there. Hopefully we'll do that against Droylsden today. We're going for the diamond formation again today, because we played that against Whitton Albion. We got the draw, and it was okay, at least, I've got to say. So, Emery starts in goal, with Ozimo coming back into that left-back position. Narty and Ford. Now, Ford, I don't think you've actually seen play a game yet. He's the guy we got on loan from Coventry a few episodes ago. He's played all right, actually, when he has played. So he's trained hard. That's the important thing. He's trained very well. He always seems to be top of the training, or near the top of the training report. So he's playing today with Jake Walker at right back. Jack Holmes comes into that midfield as the CDM, with Masters and McQUAID just ahead of him. Cotton in that advanced midfield position, the attacking midfielder, and then Robinson and Hutchinson up front. But neither of them have been very prolific in recent games. So we need to maybe think about looking at perhaps getting another striker in at some point soon. I know we said a few episodes ago that we needed to get a few more players in and things like that, and we did get a few more players in. We've bulked up the team a little bit, but I don't want to get too many in to unsettle the whole team. But at the moment, I'm thinking perhaps another striker is needed, and perhaps another goalkeeper is needed. Right then, let's kick off today's episode then. Kickoff is upon us. Droylsden in the red, we're in the white. Should be a good game. Droylsden are a decent side. I think they're one of the odds-on favourites to win the league this season. So this is going to be a very tough game today. Now, either their left-back is very tired, or he's taken a knock very early on in the game. Perhaps we can try and target their left-back position a little bit by going down the right-hand side of the pitch, for at least attack down our right-hand side. That's what I mean. And they're defending left side. They're coming into the box, though, early on, and they've hit the crossbar and scored a goal. So I mean, we have been subject to a few early goals, I've got to say, this season. We've not done the opening 15 minutes or so. We just don't seem to switch on enough, which we need to try and fix somehow. again, I'm not entirely sure how we fix it, but it does need to be addressed. We've got a free kick though. McQUAID, though, looking to get us back in the game. He's been so dangerous from free kicks, McQUAID. He hits the post a lot and he puts it maybe just over and things like that. But I don't think he's actually scored a free kick yet. So he looks dangerous from free kicks, but actually, in effect, he's not. He's been a good signing though, McQUAID, actually. I think he's been the best signing that we've made this summer, this transfer window this season. Masters still not getting the type of performance that I think we should be getting from him, but I suppose he is still gelling into the settings. A lot of these players, in fact, pretty much all these players had a pre-season, whereas he hasn't had a pre-season with us. So that's perhaps why he's not got to the ground yet. McQUAID's free kick this time hits the post again. This is what I mean. I think every game he hits the post. I won't lie to you. I think it happens every game, and obviously never goes in the back of a net. And there they go. Dralsdon then to score another one. So we've hit the post twice, whereas they've scored twice. So it's they've got another free kick as well now, and they're going to shoot from the edge of the area. Perhaps Bromfield actually gets tackled, and now we've got a bit of a counter-attack coming. Masters on the ball, coming forward with a bit of pace. Doesn't really get a pass off at all, actually, and goes straight back to Droylsden, who look to come back right at us once again. Barber on the ball now, surrounded by two men, but still gets the pass away, and they still come forward with the ball, still coming forward in the centre of the park. So much room on the right-hand side of the pitch for them. This formation seems to work well, but there is no width in it, which is a bit annoying, and they've just won a penalty. And now they're going to go 3-0 up. And look at the stats. Look at the stats over here. We're absolutely dominating the stats. But the scoreline is now... Oh, Emery, fair play. Decent save that. It's only 2-0 still. There's still chance for us to get back in this game. I'm not sure what it is, really. I'm not... Here we go. Another McQUAID free kick. And he's hit the post 3 bloody times. 3 times he's hit the post. Like, you can't doubt his accuracy because he's hitting the post. That's pretty accurate every single time. But if he was... Every time, if they'd just been a little bit closer, a little bit further to the left, we would have scored 3 goals. We would be 3-2 up, not 2-0 down. You hate to see it, and I forgot to do a team talk as well. You hate to see that. We're 8 minutes into the episode, and it's already gone to pieces. I've lost the plot completely. We're not winning this game, I don't think now. Droylsden coming forward again, another free kick, although Jack Combs just seems to pick the ball up quite easily. Come on, let's get into the second half. A great ball to Connor Robinson, who's in behind the defence. Bury this one. He doesn't. He doesn't. This is the story of our season, I think I've got to say. We're close, but not close enough. We hit the post quite a lot. We miss chances like that, and then we concede easy goals like Droylsden have scored. So that's kind of what it's been like this season. I mean... it's just unlucky, mostly. It's just unlucky, I've got to say. I'm not entirely sure how we fix it, because it just seems to be luck more than anything. Saying that, though, both our strikers have played poor today. So Jack Warner is going to come on for Hutchinson. Mum's also going to come on for Matt Cotton as well. Anyone else playing particularly poorly out there? Not well, defence, of course. I'll tell you what. We don't have another left back on the bench because I took him off. So Osme has got Ozane or whatever he's called. I've still not given him a nickname. I should probably do that at some point. It's not good. Not good. Maybe a chance now as we lose possession. Well done, Jake Walker, losing possession there. Here come Droylsden once again. Although passing it all back to the goalkeeper, perhaps we can try and counter or do something. The keeper came very far forward there. Shoot! Robinson, shoot! Oh, he's not got control of the ball. Back to the keeper once again. Mess it up again. Come on, just mess it up. This time, the ball is won by Jack Combs. Gets all the way to Connor Robinson, who plays it, runs with it for a bit, to be fair. Plays it to Jake Walker, who cuts inside into Jack Combs. Ford on the ball now. Ford, to be fair, Droylsden are putting a lot of pressure on us. They've got the press on quite high. Walker, we can't really do much with it, to be fair. Although, that's a great ball forward. Robinson, you better score this one. He does score that one for his 7th goal of the season as well. We're back in the game. We're back in the game with 20 minutes to go in the game. Push forward out there. Let's go a little bit more attacking. Let's go have a positive mentality out there. You hate to see their goalkeeper on a 7.1 as well, because it means he's pulled off quite a few decent saves, which is annoying. I mean, nothing's happening quite yet either. So let's go attacking rather than just positive. We need to get something out of this game. We really, really need to get something out of this game. A point would be great because it just keeps us up with those teams ahead of us. We can't start to drop away from the teams ahead of us. If we get, 4 or 5 points behind them, Curzon Ashton have just scored a goal as well in their game to win it. So we do move down into the relegation zone if things stay as they are. Look at the stats. That's what I mean. I mean, It's marginal, but we are the better side in terms of shots on target, in terms of possession. We are better, and we seem to be that in most games that we play. But we just can't seem to hold it together defensively and score enough goals, which I'm not quite sure why, because last season we had the best defence in the league, albeit the league below, but the best defence in the league and the best attack in the league. We scored the most goals. So where it's gone wrong and how Frickley and Pontefract are doing so well after we were so much better than them last season, it's beyond me. But we now enter the relegation zone after that 2-1 defeat to Droylsden. Okay, it's not great. It's not great out there. I've also had to be less harsh on the players because, who was it? Someone came to me, Skeffington came to me and was like, can you be less harsh? So I'm letting my assistant do it all now. He was not very harsh there. He says, I can't fault your effort. I can fault your effort. Well, I can't fault the effort. I can fault the execution. That's what it is. So there we go. Into the relegation zone, which isn't great. Hopefully we get the win against Stafford Rangers to take us back out of it again, because I don't want to sit in that relegation zone, because once you're in it, it's so difficult to get out. Oh, I completely forgot to mention as well, the board gave us £50,000 to help with the running of the club. So we now only sit £7,000 in the red rather than £57,000 in the red. So that was good. That was quite nice. That was a nice little boost that we got. That really does help, to be fair. I don't know why the board don't give us more money, because if you remember back to that first or second episode, I think essentially the database didn't have the actual Lincoln United chairman in place for whatever reason. I don't know. So there was no chairman there. So very quickly we managed to be able to get a new chairman for whatever reason. And it turned out to be the guy that came in said, this guy comes in, he used to work at West Brom. We Googled him. Turned out the chairman of Lincoln United in-game now used to be the chairman of West Brom. So he's clearly got tons of money. So I just don't know why he doesn't give it to us. Like, seriously, just build like an amazing training facility and we'll be great. That'll be fine. It'll be golden. But no, he wants to do it the hard way because he's just a tight bastard. At least the under 18s are doing quite well. They're now into the actual first round of the FA Youth Cup after going through all of their qualifying rounds. So the under 18s, they're doing pretty well for themselves, to be fair. They've got themselves into the actual first round, so they actually could have a pretty decent side to play. Maybe that'll get us, I don't know if that gets us money or not. I don't think it would. I don't think the FA pay out money for the FA Youth Cup, but it would be great if that got us some money. In the meantime, we need a win against Stafford Rangers today, so we're going to go back to our attacking formation. Who are we going to play then? Right, well, we need to get the wingers back on the pitch, of course. We need to win. So Luke Holmes, get on the pitch. We need to win, so Jack Holmes needs to come off, and we need to bring on, where is he? Who am I looking for? Shanks. Get yourself on the pitch. I think I'm happy with that, if I'm honest with you. To be fair, I mean, yeah, let's just go for that, I think. I'm a little bit like, I don't quite know who to go for in this situation. We'll bring Jacklin back on for this game instead of Ford as well, because I think he is slightly better. And he just hasn't played well recently. He's been very out of form, but to be fair, so's Ford. So let's get Jacklin back in the squad. Let's also give Bradley Roberts a run at left back as well, because he might do all right, maybe. We'll see. They're the changes that we've made at least. Let's get on with it. We need a win. So, early indications show, but that's looking pretty even. But look at possession. 64 to 36 or 61 to 39 now. Like, this is what it's like in a lot of our games. We have so much possession, but we just don't seem to make good use of it, which is really annoying. As you can see, other teams around us, above us rather, are doing well, winning. So we need to win this game to start keeping up with them, because the moment we start to drop, we're as things stand right now, if it finishes like this, we'll be 3 points behind Workington, but then 4 points behind Ashton, 4 points behind Gainsborough, 4 points behind, we'd start to really drop behind them, more than a win behind them. So we need to start picking up some points. And this is a game that is crucial. If we can't win this game, I think we're really going to struggle this season. But lack of highlights in this first half as well is testifying that we may not win it. We'll move up to attacking as well just before half time. We'll start the second half really positively, hopefully. No one on either side has played very well, if I'm being honest, looking at these average ratings. But it's a worry, because Connor Robinson just is so inconsistent. Reagan Hutchinson and Jack Warren, the other two strikers we've got, just can't hit a barn door. They're awful. So I think between this episode and next episode, we need to sign a striker. Unlucky boys, things haven't gone well for us at the moment. I'm trying to be a bit more calm, because I meant to show you in between games, but I had to make a promise that I'd be slightly more constructive with my team talk, apparently, rather than just shouting at them all the time saying, this is not good enough. When really, that's all I should be doing anyway, because every game at the moment really isn't good enough, the results we're getting. The performances, in terms of stats, are good enough, but the actual performance and the way we play, we're not scoring the goals and we're not defending the goals that they score. So really, it's not great. Potentially a chance now for Stafford if they put the ball forward, although it's collected by someone in the end. I can't remember who it was now. Masters on the ball up towards McQUAID, and McQUAID back to Masters. Masters with a beautiful ball to Connor Robinson, who just should have finished that. How has he not finished that? And it's finishing like that has been costing us all season. All season. I think if we want survival, we need to be getting a point a game on average. And at the moment, 13 games played, only 11 points won. We're not matching that. So we need to start doing something. Free kick for us though. Connor Robinson puts it in, cleared, but only as far as Holmes, who plays it back to Connor Robinson, who just about keeps it on the pitch. Puts another cross in, which is cleared, but only as far as Narty into McQUAID. McQUAID's shots just always going wide, unfortunately, for us. Come on, right. Get creative out there. We've improved in the second half, to be fair. We've really limited Stafford. It's just going forward, we just don't seem to be very good. We have to make some changes out there, but I'm not sure what changes to make, if I'm being honest with you. Cotton can move out wide, I think. Cotton can move out wide for Shanks. Shanks has not played particularly well. There's also on a yellow card. We'll bring Mum on as well. I think that's something that's worth doing. And then I'm tempted to bring Regan Hutchinson on for Robinson. I mean, I don't think it's going to work too much, but we'll bring him on as a poacher. 20 minutes. Come on, lads. Let's just grab a goal, please. I don't think you've seen us win on camera yet this season, actually, which is a worry. You've not seen us win on camera yet, so we need to do something about that. You've seen us come close to winning on camera, but you haven't seen us actually win yet. And right now, I'm not sure if we're going to actually win. We need to go very attacking. The last thing I'm going to do, last shout I'm going to do is push forward to the boys. Come on! 4 minutes, plus whatever's left, to grab a goal. Look at the bloody stats. We should have done it. We should have done it. Potentially now, one last chance. Roberts collects their goal kick. Holmes now on the ball. Holmes gets tackled. I swear to God, if they score now on this attack, if they score now, I am not going to be happy. Here they come. I can feel it coming. Holden gets on the ball. They've got two men waiting in the middle. Roberts with a superb tackle there. Fantastic stuff. Mum, right, get this counter-attack going. McQUAID all the way up to Regan Hutchinson. He gets there ahead of the keeper. He puts it in the back of the net. It's disallowed. What for? Offside? He wasn't offside. Right. Was he offside? Let me look at this. Right. Mum on the ball. McQUAID. Is he offside in this position? Marginal if that. I think the linesman's absolutely done us there completely. And now they've got a corner. If they score from this corner, I'm ending the episode here. They haven't scored. Okay, the episode continues for another 2 minutes or so. All right, I think then that is going to be that. I think that's 0-0. I think we've been very hard done by. This is really... Something has to change drastically. We're back in the relegation zone because Warrington have just picked up a goal from somewhere. So we're still in the relegation zone on 11 points. You hate to see it. Something has got to change today. We've been unlucky. Well, I say unlucky. We really should have won that. Really should have won it. And now that's 5 games in a row without winning, which is relegation form. So we need to fix this somehow. We need to fix it before next episode. Otherwise, we're in for it. Next episode then, we're going to go and play second in the table, Basford United. So we can have another thrashing on camera. That'll be good fun. But then we've got Stalybridge Celtic after that in a game that we really need to start winning. We need to start winning against these mid-table sides as well. Otherwise, we will get relegated. Right then, not the best episode today. Not the best episode. Not in a great position. It needs to be turned around. I say we need a new striker. Connor Robinson's got 7. But he's the only person scoring goals, really. So, I'm not quite sure what's gone wrong. Well, I do know what's gone wrong. We're just not playing well enough. But I don't know why we're not playing well enough. So I need to work this out. I'll try and do something in between episodes. See what's going on. Hopefully, we'll turn it around. but I'm not too sure. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.